What's going on, YouTube? You know what? It's gonna be a little awkward because it's my first time actually recording a video live for YouTube. But I knew if I didn't do it, I probably would keep bullshitting and making excuses not to do it. So bear with me. I know it might be a little cringy. In fact, let me put this bullshit up. It might be a little cringy, but I have to get used to this. As I'm going to be documenting every day of this 90-day reboot. Now, I may not post a video every day. I may not go live or whatever, but I'll definitely be taking pictures every day. I will be uploading videos throughout the journey, but I'm not going to bore you guys with bullshit content on days that I'm not really doing anything or I'm doing the exact same thing. Because the reality is a lot of the content that I'm going to be recording or putting out there is going to be repetitive. I pretty much am going to drink the same thing 3 to 4 times a day, which I need to get better with, switching it up so that I don't mess up anything as far as vitamin intake, nutrients, and all that good stuff, which I did in the first reboot that I did a couple years ago, which, didn't mess me up too bad, but it did mess with my vitamin intake because I wasn't eating any food. I wasn't getting certain vitamins. So because of that, I did have some slight hiccups here at the end of that reboot, which this round or this go around, I'm going to learn from those mistakes and implement them the proper way. So I got vitamins because I wasn't taking any vitamins during the first reboot. I'm going to switch it up, different recipes, different juices, different fruits and vegetables to keep myself balanced. And the most important part is I'm actually going to work out this time. I think I went 67 days straight, no food, just strictly fresh juice or day late juice because I did a lot of traveling for the work that I did when I was doing my first reboot. I got different juicers. I got different pieces of equipment that are supposed to make it a lot easier and a lot simpler. I honestly prefer fresh juice. So, I have a situation here with my current career and job where I can actually juice at work. So I might actually be juicing fresh at work. I might pre-juice and store it. I'm not really sure. I'm going to play this by ear, see where I'm more comfortable doing. Because the reality is the hardest part for me juicing, or not even the hardest part, but the biggest pain in the ass, is cleaning the juicer. I hate cleaning the juicer. And as stupid as it sounds, it's the reason why I don't like to juice. I don't mind the juice. I don't mind the flavors. I don't mind the lack of food, believe it or not, It's just the process of cleaning the juicer that really just makes it a pain in the ass for me. I don't want to make this video too long. It's a new channel. Follow my YouTube. Follow the YouTube. I guess I'm supposed to say that. Hit the like button or the dislike button. But also the link from my Instagram that's dedicated strictly for the juicing, where I'll be posting every day videos and pictures of the juice that I'm actually drinking, the process of the juicing sometimes. You'll see my kids on there because they like to juice with me. And believe it or not, it's a great way to get your kids to eat and consume more fruits and vegetables. My kids, when they were younger, when I first did this, I could not get them to eat fruits and vegetables to save my life. Through juicing and them just wanting to interact with me because it was something different that they had never seen before, they actually started drinking the juice with me. So it got them to eat and, or drink more fruits and vegetables. And I didn't have to force them. They like to do it. And that's another way to spend time with your kids, which is very important for me. I love my kids. They get on my nerves. But I like to spend as much time as I can with them. So follow the Instagram page. It'll be a better way to follow the day-to-day of what juice I'm drinking. Interact with me. I've never had a YouTube page where I've actually uploaded videos like this before, so I don't know if notifications come through right away in the interaction process with that. But I'm on my phone, like everybody else. It's in my hand almost all the time, even when I'm at work. So if you have any questions on what I'm using, how I go about this, what do I do on days where I really am about to eat and say fuck the juicing, hit me up on that Instagram. I think my personal Instagram account is on there also. If you guys want to fuck around and see some bullshit, you guys can follow that page also. But I have the juicing page strictly for juicing. What machines I'm using, what machines I've used in the past, what methods of juicing that I prefer, the slow juicing, the regular juicing, the difference between the machines and the process of juicing, what to do on days where you made a mistake and you didn't juice and you probably are going to use that as an excuse to break your fast. There's certain companies out there that you can stop in real quick to get some juice. I don't recommend the stuff you buy in the store because it's not fresh. And that's something we can go over in another video. I don't really recommend. In a pinch, it's not bad, right? But you're not getting all the vitamins and nutrients that you would get from freshly squeezed juice or freshly grounded juice, whatever you guys want to say. But yeah, man, this is the first video in the line of I don't know how many I'm going to record and upload. As you can see in the About section on the page, it's mostly for accountability. I have, like most other people have, I get into these moods or these moments where I'm like, I know what to do to lose weight. I can lose weight, no problem, which is true. I don't suffer from what a lot of people do suffer from, where their body is not working with them and they eat right and they exercise and they can't seem to lose weight. I've never had that problem. I've fluctuated in weight throughout my entire life, to be honest. But this is by far the heaviest I have ever been. It is 5:49 in the afternoon, November 3rd. I'm currently at 350 pounds. That is the heaviest I've ever been. It's the most uncomfortable I've ever felt. I got knee pains. I got back pains. And I really don't do a lot of stuff at work for them to be work issues. So I can't help but, blame the weight for it. Like I said, I fluctuated through weight. I've been skinny. I've been jacked. I've been fat as hell, as you can see. I've been somewhere in the middle. And the yo-yoing isn't healthy, as a lot of you guys know. The yo-yoing is not good for your immune system and all other parts of the body. I have been, blessed that I've never had diabetes. I've never had a lot of the things that, people that are overweight suffer from. Up until now, probably. I haven't been to the doctor in about a year, but even back then, I think I had a fatty liver for the first time. So, all through my 20s, teenage years, and even my first 2 years of my 30s, I would go to the doctor and the doctor would be like, wow, you don't have any issues that we see with people that are overweight. I suggest you get it together before you start to see those issues. I did my first reboot in 2018, and then I ended up going back to the oil fields, and that threw me off. Being in a truck or in the middle of nowhere for 18 hours with no food, it's not ideal for juicing. For juicing, at least for myself, I go to the store every 3 days, get fruits and vegetables. And sometimes I wasn't able to come back to civilization for 2-3 weeks. It'd be in the middle of nowhere with a truck stop with, not very healthy options. My fellow truck drivers know. I did truck driving for a couple of years before heading to the oil fields. It builds bad habits if you allow it. So once I went back to the oil fields, the 67 days and the 60 pounds that I had lost pretty much went out the window. And little by little, over the next 3 years, I put all that weight back on. Over the last year, maybe a year and a half, I've had the ability to get back into a swing of things and just allow those bad habits that I picked up on, family stuff, everyday life stuff, to be the excuses that I made. I went vegan for a couple months, which it wasn't bad. I actually enjoyed that. I lost about 30 pounds in maybe 2 months before I found, not healthy vegan options and, overdid that. I've done keto. I've done all kinds of stuff. Keto worked for me really good. Got in the best shape of my life in the last couple of years doing keto. But juicing was fun for me. It gave my digestive system a break. And I also included intermittent fasting with the juicing as well. Don't know if I'm going to do that this time, but I do know that I'm going to play around with it and give you guys all the information that you guys could possibly use for yourselves and your journeys. And hopefully you guys hold me accountable on the days that I'm like, I don't know, I feel like a steak, you know what I mean? Or, some surf and turf, a seafood boil. Because accountability is what I don't have. My kids don't know no better. And it's really just working the kids. I got 2 jobs. So the accountability is really what I'm using this for people, for a community. It's hard to do this by yourself when you don't have a community to encourage you on the days that you need encouragement, on your lazy days when you don't want to go to the gym or you don't want to juice. And now more than back then, there's a lot more information on YouTube as far as juicing goes. I did this in 2018. No, the end of 2017 is really when I started, and it went into 2018. I started because I saw that documentary, Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. I think that's what it's called. And I said, fuck it, let me give it a try. And it was the best decision I ever made, man. I think the smallest I got to was 242. I hadn't been 242 in about 6-7 years. So, there was not that much information back then. Now there's a ton of information on YouTube and online that you can find. I don't really want to focus on that type of stuff. You know what I mean? I kind of want to use this as a daily or, weekly, monthly, whatever I'm going to do, of just checking in, having you guys maybe go live and ask questions and, holding me accountable, showing that I'm actually doing the process and that it's actually working or it's not working, it's stalled. The workouts that I'm doing, because I didn't work out before. I strictly worked, family things. Now I'm going to try to, I work at my second job like 3 or 4 days out the week. So the other 2-3 days out the week that I don't work, I'm going to try to incorporate some type of exercise, whether it's in the gym with my weights, going to the actual gym, in my garage with the weights or going to the actual gym, walking the dogs, some type of exercise. I'm going to incorporate it into the juicing and see if it works better, if it works worse, and how that goes. Doctor's visits, blood work. I didn't do any blood work my first go around. And at the end, I got a little toe infection. Clipped my big toe too far, and no harm, no foul, but it wouldn't heal. It would actually hurt. I think I got like turf toe or something like that. Went to the doctor in Texas, and they were like, you got some little infection and this, that, and the third. And then I was like, could it be because I haven't eaten any food in the last 60-some days? She's like, what are you talking about? Broke it down, told her what I was doing. She was like, yeah, that's probably a big reason for the toe not healing in this little infection you got, because you're not getting certain vitamins that would normally fight off the infections. And I was like, yeah. Because I stuck to one juice pretty much for the whole 67 days. Out of 67 days, I probably had a green machine 3 times a day for 55 of those days. There's another one that I like that incorporates carrots and apples, and I did that when I wanted to change, but nothing else other than that. So this time around, I'm taking vitamins, gonna mix up the juicing and get probably monthly blood work, depending how expensive it is, because I'm cheap. And I'm a little older. I'm over 30 now than when I did it the first time. And see how it goes. But I'm gonna let you guys into all of that. Put the comments, whatever information you would want. Whatever kind of content you want me to cover in the videos, and we'll kind of see where the page goes, where the content takes us, and go from there. But I'm an open book. I'm not the sensitive type. There's nothing I won't talk about, whether it's my sex life, my personal life, my career, how my weight has affected all of those things, how being skinnier has affected those things in the positive and the negative. And we'll go from there. I know people struggle with this. I've struggled with this. But I'll be honest, it hasn't hit me like it's hit a lot of other people, in my opinion. I've never felt the depression or that type of stuff with my weight that other people have that I've talked to. So, I want to go over all of that stuff, your guys' experiences based on my experiences and vice versa, and go from there. Again, I didn't want this to go that long, and it has, but I'm going to get up out of here. I'm still at work. I'm going to leave and get ready for that second job. Take it easy, guys.